Hi, welcome to BirthTracks. This demo is going to walk you through how to easily log or import your birth data and view your birth outcome statistics. Now, when you first log into BirthTracks, you're going to see your birth dashboard where you can see how your practice has performed each month and each of these key metrics. Now, these metrics are based on the American College of Nurse Midwives benchmarking project. The ACNM collects data annually and then they publish their averages for each of these key metrics. And now BirthTracks has made it easier for you to be able to compare yourself to the ACNM benchmarking averages by displaying the averages now on the graph. So if you come up here to the drop down, you would select your volume size because ACNM publishes their averages based on volume. And then that is going to display this green line here, which is the benchmark average for that metric. So lots of great information here. You can track your NTSV C-section rate, postpartum hemorrhages, preterm births, perineal laceration, infant outcomes, etc. You can see not only how your practice did each month, but also how you did overall in the last 12 months as well. Now, there's lots of other great stats options, which are listed under the stats menu here. You can look at a report of all of your data as well. So let's take a look at the birth report. You can select your delivery provider or your whole practice, and then the time frame of when those births occurred. And then this is going to give you a report of all of the variables that you're collecting information on. So you can see like how many births were home birth versus hospital, how many were spontaneous or vacuum, how many were Tolacs, types of inductions, types of anesthesia, etc. So in addition to the different reports, we also have different graphs options too. So if you wanted to look at a birth, a type of birth graph, like vaginal versus cesareans, then you would select here, and then now you have this great graph that you can send via email, or you can put in a PowerPoint to show how well your practice is doing. Now, that's a quick summary of the stats. There's lots of other stats options as well, but we'll just walk through how to log a birth. So you have the options of either logging individual births, or you can also import birth data as well. So if you're going to log individual births, you can either add a patient when they first present for their prenatal visit and then add their birth after the delivery, or you can add the patient and birth all at the same time at the delivery. So all of these fields are customizable. The default fields are based on the ACNM metrics, but if you want to remove fields, you can do that. You can also just move them around, or you can add new custom fields as well. So we'll just go through and add a little bit of information about this delivery. And you don't have to add information for every field if you don't want to. So we'll just add a little bit here. Their delivery provider was Mary. They had a baby boy. They delivered at home. They had a vaginal delivery. And submit. So if you want to customize the fields, you can do so by coming here to customize fields. So we're just going to go ahead and submit that birth. And then now you're going to see the patient's chart where you can see all the information that you just logged about that delivery. If they come back for their second baby, then you can add a new pregnancy as well here. Or if you also want to add postpartum encounters, you can also log that here as well. Now, after you've logged a patient, you can view a list of your births and all the variables that you're interested in viewing by coming here and just selecting the variables that you want to see in the table below, along with the time frame of when those births occurred, and you can also add any filters. So if you wanted to look at the births from a certain delivery site or only inductions or a certain complication, you can do that. And then down below here, you can see a list of all of those patients along with the information that you wanted to see. And then you can always click on the name to get back into that patient's chart. Now, instead of logging individual births, you also have the option to import birth data. So if you have a personal spreadsheet of your births, or if you have an EHR that allows you to export a CSV file of your birth data, then you can import that into BirthTracks. You would just click Start Import here. This would go through the process of having you map the columns that are in your CSV file with the fields that are in BirthTracks. It really only takes a few minutes. Most of the process is automated automated, so it's quite simple to be able to upload thousands of births and then instantly be able to view your birth data. You'll see your dashboard will fill out and you'll just get so much information right away. So that's just a quick snippet of what BirthTracks can do. Lots of other options in the stats menu. We also even have a calendar as well where you can see when you had patients that delivered or when they're due. If you would like a more personalized demo, we're happy to provide that. Just reach out to support@birthtracks.com.